Hello, everyone. As you're aware, I'm Robert Romano. I'm your professor for this course. Um, this week, we're going to be discussing in the licensing class the strategies for licensees. Okay, last module, 2 modules ago, we spoke of strategies for licensors. We had our quiz, and now we have strategies for licensees. So, on that note, what if you have any questions about the quiz, any issues or anything you want to discuss, please feel free to contact me, and we'll discuss it and figure out what's going on. That being said, let's talk about strategies for licensees as opposed to strategies for licensors. All right, strategies for licensees similar to what the licensor. There is no correct way. Right? There's no specific strategy that you need to follow or should follow. All right. There's no step-by-step method. All right. This what we're going to talk about today is just a framework for for your decisions that you make. Okay, and outline some of the issues that you need to be aware of as a fashion merchandising professional. Okay. Licensing is just one facet of a manufacturer's marketing strategy. All right, so now you're shifting gears here. Now let's say you're working for the manufacturer and you want to discuss licensing agreements so you can put somebody's logo or somebody's brand on what you manufacture. Okay, you use licensing. All right, so but licensing is just one of the many different ways, or one of the different facets of your marketing strategy. All right, and what you license, what you procure through your licensing agreement, who you partner with, should fit logically within your overall business plan. Okay, it should make sense. Why are you going to license this logo or this brand if it doesn't fit with what you do as a manufacturer? Right, so it's something you need to think about when you're coming up with your strategy and some issues you need to think about. All right, so another thing you need to be aware of as a licensee, some manufacturers only have a few. All right, some acquire a stable of properties. Right, they go out and get every logo they can, every partner with every brand that they can. Right, hopefully hoping that one of them works. Others are very selective. All right, just a few licenses. We're going to partner with these brands. This fits best into our overall marketing strategy, so we'll go from here. All right, so that's something you need to be aware of. You can do a shotgun approach, get all the licenses you want, and then hopefully some of them will work, and we'll just make our money that way. Or you can be very, very, very selective and say, you know what, we're going to partner with these two companies, these two brands, and hopefully they'll work out, and we'll go forward that way. Okay. So you should think about this. You should think through your objectives before deciding which properties to target. All right, and keep in mind that your company's specific goals will help determine what properties to partner with. All right. So it's all this kind of just think what works best. You're working for a manufacturer. You're a licensee. What are your goals? All right. If your goal is such and such, you need to partner with those companies, those properties that will get you to that goal. Okay, and set you in the right direction. Licensees, all right. What's a good fit for you as a licensee? Who's good to partner with? Think about your demographic targets. Is there compatible designs that work well together? Is there synergy? You might want to discuss with your licensors their corporate philosophies. I mean, if they're a nutty crunchy business or if they're environmentally sound business, do you really want to partner with Exxon? All right. I mean, just you might want to look into the corporate philosophies of both your company and who you're going to partner with. All right, and what the goals of the partner is. What do they want from this relationship? All right, so what are your demographics? What is your philosophy, and does that jive well and bode well and synergize well with the licensors? Okay. And also, on top of everything, you got to make sure that the finances make sense. All right, you got to make sure that your margins are right, that you're going to make a profit. If the royalties are too high and you're going to cut into your profit, does that really make sense? Is that a good fit for you? Or if the guarantees are so much that you know, after you pay off the guarantee, there's not much left. Well, you need to think about that. Okay. When thinking of your strategy and coming up with who you want to partner with as a licensee, all right, you got to get into the minds of licensors. What do they want? Okay, what does a licensor want? Well, of course, they want distribution channels, right? We discussed this previously. It's usually the licensees who have the distribution channels, who have those connections to get the products on the shelves. All right, so licensors, they want those distribution channels. All right, they want the manufacturers to create designs that fit with their property's image. All right, do you fit their philosophy? Do your designs work well with their product? How the end product? You know, their brand. You know, you're putting their brand on your product. Does that design fit well? All right, you taking into mind the price, the quality, and design of the manufactured product. All right, so I'm sorry, Ralph Lauren is not going to put a licensing agreement together with a manufacturer who creates designs that are cheap, right? They're priced cheaply, or shitty quality, terrible quality. All right, they're a higher end brand. They want to partner with manufacturers who are going to create designs that fit their image, right? Their pricier image, their high quality image. Okay. The licensors also want a commitment to marketing. They want to make sure that the licensees are committed to marketing, that they're going to make sure that once the products get on the shelves, that awareness is created and that people go there and buy them. All right, and they're going to want a commitment through both advertising, promotions, and sales activities. All right, so the licensors, what do they want from licensees? They want to make sure that the licensee is committed to the marketing plan. All right, that they're advertising the product, promoting it properly, and doing this right promotions and sales promotions to make sure that people are getting aware of the product and setting a demand for the product. This marketing is costly for licensees. All right, it's costly for the manufacturers. So you need to think about that when you're from a licensee side. You know, well, I got to cover all these costs, all these marketing costs. You know, how am I going to get a return on my investment? You know, especially if I'm paying for all the advertising, all the promotions, and everything. So you got to make sure it fits with you. All right. And the other thing that licensors want from the licensees is compensation. All right, and that compensation is through royalties, guarantees, and advances. All right, so you got to know what the licensor is looking for with regards to the percentage of royalties. Is there a guarantee limit that they're used to, that they're comfortable with, and any advances out there? All right, so what do licensors want from licensees? Monetary compensation in the form of royalties, guarantees, and advances. All right, okay. So as a licensee, now you're out there and you got to locate potential properties to partner with. All right, how are you going to do that? Where are you going to look? Think about that. Where should you look? Well, you might want to attend some trade shows. All right, there's plenty of trade shows out there that you can go to and see what properties are available for licensing. All right, there are brands out there who want to partner. Right, that's how they're expanding their brand. So, you know, go to the trade shows, find out what properties are available. There is the Licensing Industry Merchandise Association, or LIMA, that holds annual events, usually in June, I think they are. So you may want to attend that and find out what's going on. Who needs somebody to license their product? Who needs what licensor out there is looking to partner? Right. You also may want to look in some trade journals. Right. Sports Business Journal is a trade journal. Right. You look in those journals, find out who's out there, who's looking to partner up. You know, what brands are out there looking to advance or to take their product to the next level. All right, licensing industry directories are out there. So if you want to locate potential properties, look in the directories. There's the EPM Communications Directory. All right, see what's going on in the directory. See who's looking to partner. And also, you may want to be involved in licensing associations. Myself, I'm a sports guy, so I'm involved in the Sports Lawyers Association. Right? And it's good networking, finding out what's going on in the business. So if you want to get into licensing on the merchandise side, on the fashion merchandise side, becoming a member of any licensing associations in your area or nationally would be a help. All right. Now that you found the property, how do you evaluate it? All right. See, this is to come to the conclusion that this is a property that you want to partner with. Well, the first thing you can do is look at their past sales history. Are they selling? Is this brand selling, or is it a dead brand? If it's a dead brand, you might not want to partner with it, or you might. Right? You may have the product, the product there that may revive the brand. All right. So you can look for past sales histories. There's reports that come out. The NPD Group has a sales history report of most major brands. Sympathy IRI is another one. Okay. Just look around and evaluate the popularity of the property itself. I mean, Nike's out there, Under Armour's out there. Many brands are out there. It looks like they're doing well. Well, that may work for you. You know, you could also look at TV ratings, box office receipts, market share figures. Who's winning this market share in sunglasses? Who's winning the market share in whatever? All right. So look at the popularity of the product itself. Evaluate it and see if this is something that you really want to partner with. All right. Consumer awareness of property. You can evaluate that through Q scores for marketing evaluations, focus groups. You can get that information. You could check online. All right, what are the online impressions, intensity of the online comments being made about a certain product? All right. So your strategy for licensees. First thing we need to talk about is demographics. Do the demographic, psychological, and behavioral characteristics of a property's target audience match those of the licensee's customers? All right. So the first one of things you need to worry about and think about as a licensee is demographics. Do the demographic, psychological, and behavioral characteristics of the property's target audience match those of your customers? If they do, great. If they don't, you may need to continue with your evaluation. Okay. Second thing, is there a synergy between the property and the product? All right. The combination of the property and product should make sense. If it doesn't make sense, it may not work. Right? NASCAR and WD-40, that works. Right? NASCAR is car racing, engines, motors. Right? WD-40 is the oil, is help get lug nuts off, help tighten screws. All right. So that's a car thing. That's a great synergy. All right, between the property, NASCAR, and the product, WD-40. But slapping NASCAR's logo on WD-40 makes sense. Next thing is consumer awareness. All right, interest from other licensees. All right, so if you're evaluating and coming up with your strategy, what is the consumer awareness of this property? Are other licensees interested in this property? Well, if they are, then maybe you should take another look. Well, if this licensee really wants this product, why? What do they see that I'm not seeing? What are they evaluating that I'm not evaluating? What kind of promotional support that you're going to get from the licensor? All right, licensees, it's usually your obligation for a lot of the marketing to pay for a lot of the sales, a lot of the advertising, a lot of promotional, a lot of the sales events, but you can get support from the licensor themselves. Okay, and this is important. You don't want to be covering the whole marketing cost. You don't want to be coming up with a whole marketing plan. You want it to work well together. You're still going to have to pay the bulk of it and cover the bulk of it, but you want some support, promotional support from the licensors. All right. And what kind of media and entertainment support are you going to get? Okay. Are you going to, there are going to be initiatives to support the property in magazines, books, games, and other awareness generators. All right, are you going to get support from media and entertainment? That goes into your strategy. Well, you may get limited support. You may get high support. We don't know, but you got to evaluate that when you're coming up with your strategy. All right, and what kind of retail support you're going to get? Consideration of what major retailers are aligned with your property beforehand. All right, so once you got that license, once you manufacture the product, what kind of support are you going to get from the retail outlets? If the outlets are going to be, we don't want to put this on our shelves, well, then you can't sell it. So you need to, when you're coming up with your strategy, evaluate and find out what kind of retail support you're going to get. All right. This all adds to consumer awareness and licensee sale potential. All right. Last thing I want to talk about in this video is the image. You want to be sure that the brand image of the property is one which they want their product and the company to be associated with. All right. You need to make sure that the brand image of the property works with yours. If their image is teen knockoff, cheap brand activewear, whatever it is, well, is that your image, or is it upscale sports, or is it whatever? I'm just making up stuff now, but you need to make sure that the images work well between the two. All right, and you got to make sure that there is visual appeal and freshness. Right, property should look good on the product. All right, if the logo doesn't work on your product, it's not going to bode well with the customers. Logos, design, and characters should look good and appeal to the customers. All right, and these always should be kept fresh. Right, seasonal redesigns, holiday redesigns, frequent updates to help keep the product fresh, help keep it on the shelves, get it on the shelves, and help keep it moving from the shelves. Okay, all right. That's video 1 for today on strategies for licensees. No question. All right, no Dropbox question for this one. I'm gonna change it up today. No Dropbox question. There'll be probably a Dropbox question for video 2, but no, just for this one, no. I'm just gonna trust that you watched the video. I'm impressed, and the reason I'm doing this is I'm impressed with the grades that you guys have been receiving on the quizzes. So as long as you keep doing good work, we'll keep moving forward. All right, that's video 1. Any questions, comments, please call me or contact me. I'll post video 2 in the near future. Take care.